This right here is the PFS MG1 fire alarm pull station, and it's wired into the ADT Unimode 10UD on my fire alarm demonstration board. And we're going to go ahead and start off today's system test by pulling it. Here we go. As you can see, for alarms, I have a Gentex SHG, and then to the right I have a new commander. It's one with a green strobe, and then more to the right I have a Gentex GXS-4-110WR, and it's just a strobe. This red beacon is also wired into the system, and as you can hear when it spins, it does make a little clicking sound. So I am going to go ahead and unplug it just for the time being while I explain a few things. So this Gentex SHG is being coded to march time through the jumpers that it has in the back of the unit. It wasn't until later on in its series where it adopted the universal temporal 3 evacuation tone. SHGs were installed in buildings in the 1990s and the early 2000s, and while they were being installed, Gentex did have several updates that they did with the alarm. Those updates had to do with the strobe and the horn. As you can see, this version has a strobe that does not have lines, but it does have a reflector on the inside, and the horn, as you could hear, is the older style horn that it has. I do have a newer Gentex SHG, and as you can see, it does have a newer style strobe, and the horn that's on the inside of it does sound just like a Gentex Commander. Gentex also has the GOS series, which looks similar to the SHG, but it has a slightly different body. The horn on it is different, and the strobe is slightly updated from the very early versions of this alarm. Let's go ahead and reset the pull station. This model of pull station has to have a brake rod in order to reset it or even pull it. So I did get creative. I took a stick that was outside, I reinforced it with some duct tape, and we're gonna go ahead and take that out. And then I do have another stick that I haven't put any duct tape on, but it still should work. So we'll just go ahead and put that in, just like that. And then we will close up the pull station and reset it. There it is. Before we test out the next device, let's go ahead and reset the fire alarm system. Let's go ahead and set the Gentex SHG on continuous. So to do so, in the back of the alarm, there are jumpers. And what you have to do is take one of the jumpers and move it over one. And now it is set on continuous. So I'll go ahead and reinstall this alarm here. And yes, I know SHGs normally have this little black piece over the circuitry. However, this alarm did not come with that black piece, so I don't have it. Let's go ahead and test out this protector wire type EPC 155 degrees Fahrenheit regular rating linear heat detector. Protector wire as a company and as a product has actually been around for a very long time. It was invented in 1938, FM approved in 1942, and UL listed in 1946. And since then, linear heat detectors have been on the market. Protector wire actually has a lot of history with the company, and so much so that they even have a whole book about it. I'm going to use a lighter. Let's go ahead and activate it. There it is. I was trying to not let that flame touch the bottom of the SHG. Now that the protector wire has been used, I have to replace the strip if I want to reset the fire alarm control panel. I'm replacing it with some protector wire type S.E.R 190 degrees fixed temperature linear heat detector. As you can see, this type is white, and that's because it's a little more heavy duty and it takes a little more heat in order to activate it. For those of you that have worked with protector wire before, you know that it's very hard to move around. That's because the metallic inner workings of the wire is actually made of steel. The fire alarm control panel is reset and we're ready to test the next device. Lastly today, let's go ahead and test the tornado alert alarm pull station that I have. It's wired into the Gentex Commander with the green strobe and the siren that's above the fire alarm control panel. So this is going to be loud. Here we go. Yeah, that siren and the Commander together, definitely a loud setup. I think that's going to do it for today's system test. Thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Definitely check out some of the other videos I have on this channel, and have a wonderful day.